My name is Greg Jobome, Executive Director, responsible for risk management in Access Bank. Sustainability is a word that has been coined in a very clinical fashion, as you find in academic life and in working life, banking life. But really, it's about the earth, and it's about, life. It's about the future. It's about all the things that we want to see, happening on our planet for our children, our grandchildren, and for generations unborn. So sustainability is about, what is my role? What can I do in my little corner? And what can I lead others to do to ensure that that kind of future that is sustainable and which our children can build on is built from today. So that's what sustainability means to me, an opportunity right here in Access Bank to play my part. So there are two ways of looking at it. Daily life, professional life, daily life, personal life. So how you drive, how you share, what kind of decisions you make around your lighting, your heating, all of those things are things that I'm conscious of on a personal level. In my personal capacity, but in a working environment that Access Bank has afforded me, I'm also lucky to be able to lead people, to create systems and processes and ways of working that contribute to that sustainability journey, and ensuring there's a bit more consciousness around how we use our generators, how we monitor our heating, lighting, cooling, as the case may be. And all of that means that there's a contribution through personal awareness that is created just because of the consciousness that I have, and I lead hundreds of people in Access Bank. And in my extended world, there are actually thousands of them. So that little spark, of the little process change, the little effort to monitor our emissions, the little effort to have some solar locations, some solar branches, some solar ATMs, the big effort to ensure that in that wider space, there's a lot more the bank's activities support a way of life and a way of business that is that's going to make for a more enduring environment, sustainable communities. So all of that is how I've tried to play a role personally in this journey. The journey itself has been one of discovery. Discovery about moving from the principle, which is always very nice and well-intentioned, to exactly what and how and who and where is going to be involved in all of this process. And the ultimate result that you're going to get from it, how is it going to manifest in people's lives? How is it going to show, and how will you demonstrate it, not just to yourself but to the rest of the world, that indeed you are making an impact on the world through the environment, through communities, etc., etc. We have done so much on our journey before now. The combination with Diamond Bank gives us an even bigger platform to play. When I say to play, it's in two respects. The first one is with respect to our own footprint and how we manage ourselves in terms of our own emissions as an institution, and our people, and our technology, and our generators, and our branches, and our locations. That's one. And the other opportunity is around the activities of our customers. So they borrow monies from us to do oil exploration, to do mining, which we try to ensure that as they go about their business, they play by certain sustainability rules wherever possible and wherever it is a bankable opportunity. 3, 4, 5 years ago, you wouldn't see a customer come to you to borrow money on the premise that I want to borrow on a green basis from Access Bank. Typically, they will just come with their business proposal. They want a loan. Now, they wouldn't know that this loan has potential to be considered green, or that it has positive environmental benefits to the world. It's until they come in and we explain to them, do you know, sir or ma, that this request that you have made has got several positive ramifications. Therefore, we'll look at the default risk side of it as usual, but we're also looking at the potential for your business to do things in a more sustainable manner. And in that process, you lose nothing. On the other hand, you contribute significantly to sustaining the planet. And usually you see their eyes light up, say, well, I didn't know that, I was just coming to borrow a bit of money to drive my new factory or my new process. So that was then. But now, with all the awareness we have created and all the actions around the green bond and the whole raft of things that have happened over the last few years, you now find clients coming in and say, well, I've got a proposal for you that should support the planet, that should support, a greener way of doing business. So they're actually coming and they're very upfront with it, and they're asking, how can Access Bank support us on this, green way of doing business? As more and more of our business is challenged in this manner, our balance sheet is going to get greener and greener. And of course, all of this is not saying that you are sacrificing, money or money making in that process. All you are doing is ensuring that the business case is one where you are still satisfying the needs of your stakeholder groups, but at that your stakeholder group, you have extended it to include the planet and how money making affects the planet and people and communities. And all of that is is good news for the industry, because over the next 10 years, hopefully not more than 20 years, there should be a much bigger critical mass of sustainable business. Today you hear concerns around what they call stranded assets, and the concern is that the rest of the world is moving so fast that what is acceptable technology today, in a few years' time, will literally expire on you. Therefore, if you have granted a loan, it's a 10-year facility, and in 3 years or 5 years, there are new policies that literally, because there are policies focused on providing for a greener earth, the interest is, sorry, you can't use that technology anymore. Suddenly, that asset's value diminishes, and in some cases, might be wiped out. So it's actually in the interest of businesses and the bank as an enlightened player in the financial sector to be mindful of this sustainability ethos and to ensure that this is embedded in how we do our business, so that we remain proactive and ahead of the curve, not just because, we are good people, which we are, but also because our actions today have implications for the planet and for the people and businesses that we intend to support. So all of this is good news for an expanded client base between the old Diamond and the existing Access Bank. A big opportunity to do more interesting things, potentially, further green bond issues in the future, or social bonds, or sustainability bonds. The whole raft of things have opened up clearly for us. So we now have to develop our people to be ready for that next push, and develop our client base, our expanded client base, to be conscious of these issues and to integrate them in their business models.